We have a guy on Reddit who asks if starting a agency in 2024 is worth it or not worth it. And I think this advice should apply to Facebook ads agency, social media agency, or any like internet agency you could start because it's very, very similar. So let's see what this guy has to say and let's see if it's worth to start an agency in 2024. Let me say this, my experience opinion is to take it with a grain of salt. 99% of people are better off with a regular job versus starting a web development or any agency. The amount of time wasters, scammers, and idiots I run into on a weekly basis is astronomical. The time wasters are the real business killers. They act all interested, and then when you spend significant amount of time talking to them on the phone and sending them a custom code and some details, they ghost you for someone who will do it cheaper. The cold hard truth is that there is too much competition in the space. The Reddit users, curious oysters, will claim you can just cold call businesses to sell websites. Yeah, possibly if you're a charismatic salesman that don't mind going 200 cold calls a day. There is a reason you don't hear repeat stories of cold calling success in the field like Curious Oyster, I think this is a guy in the community, is because it's stressful and soul crushing. Try it yourself, it's a lot more mentally draining than you would think. No hate towards the guy Citrus Oysters or whatever. He has contributed a lot to the web community, but these posts do make it sound a lot easier than it really is. I'm sure it's easy for him because his personality type is a great fit for this type of sales, whether he wants to admit it or not. If I wanted to be a talented and charismatic full-time salesman, I would get a job as a full-time salesman and make way more money working 4 hours a week. Okay, so let's look at this from a different angle. I made $10,000 last year by charging $70 an hour. Even if I did 4 times more business this year, I would still be making only 50% of a regular mid-tier web development job without any health insurance or other benefits. I have zero security or guarantee while running my own business. Yes, that's obvious, but it's just another con to add to the list. If you're making at least the same amount for the amount of work you do at a regular job, running this type of business probably isn't worth the extra stress and headaches. I've tried almost every sales source under the sun, LinkedIn, cold email, etc. My experience with partnerships is they will act interest and waste a shit ton of your time and never send you any work. I've only gotten one halfway decent partnership. Half of them turned out to be scam artists. The other half were insufferable time wasters. When I get in front of people, it's clear that they are in a cheapo mindset. I recently built a 13-page website for a company that makes $40 million a year in revenue. They bitched about having to pay $6,000 to have it built and tried to nickel and dime me every step of the way. The golden age is over. The well has run dry. In conclusion, only start a web design company or agency if you're a charismatic salesman that doesn't mind getting told no 199 times every single week of the year, or you already have a ton of business connections. The average person will get financially murdered in this market. 99% of people will be much happier with a regular job. Should you start an agency? Any agency in 2024? I believe it depends on your personality. Any type of agency is not easy. As this guy says, it takes a lot of work to onboard clients, and then you have a lot of work to do service delivery. The agency business is not for everybody because in order for you to sell your services, you need to get on the phone with people or video calls and you need to sell your services there. Doing sales calls is extremely stressful. For me personally, doing sales calls is extremely stressful, but sometimes I still do it. I have to do it. I have no other option. So for me, what's the most important thing to run a successful agency? I think as a secondary or as a maybe like primary, you need to understand the service delivery. You need to understand what you're selling to your clients. You need to have a service that deliver results. For example, this guy, he's selling web development and he seems to be all over the place. He's trying a lot of things. However, if I start again, I would niche down. I would pick one niche, right? And of course, like sticking to a niche is not easy because you think the other niche is better. But this is something I believe critically important for you to run a successful agency. The second very, very important part of the agency would be getting leads and turning these leads into clients. There are a lot of ways you could get leads and turn them into clients. If you have a big social media brand, it's going to be extremely easy to run an agency. For example, if your parents, let's say, run a store at the mall and you know all the other mall store owners, you can easily sign them as clients. So you already have a good pool of leads. However, if you're at zero, if you have zero skills, if you have zero lead generation, zero sales, zero understanding of service delivery, it's going to be extremely difficult for you to start an agency because you need to learn both of the things at the same time, right? You need to learn how to do the service delivery and you need to do how to sell your service. From reading this comment, this guy again is selling a commodity. He's selling websites, right? He's selling websites and pretty much everybody is selling websites right now. He said that he charged a company $6,000, right, to build a website, which is extremely low for a website, I believe, right? So I think this guy is kind of like burned out. He tried cold calling. Cold calling is very hardcore. To close a deal, you need to do. I never did cold calling, but from what I know, to start cold calling people out of the blue, you need to be extremely thick-skinned. You need to be extremely good to get deals, right? And let's see what this guy says. A web agency is definitely doable if you focus on quality work and have a good professional network, but it requires a focus on high-end customer work, not low-quality volume work. So this guy says if you want to start an agency in 2024, do less, do it better, focus on high-end, high-paying customers, not a volume, right? You'll be better off closing one monthly retainer of 5K per month than having 5 clients paying you 1,000 per month in some cases. Not in all cases, but in some cases, if you think work/results, what it takes on your end to get paid the same amount of money. And this guy continues and says, I know multiple agency owners who are doing low to mid 6 figures simply by doing slightly up market and really focusing on honing their web development skills. By the way, for what's worth, that specific user, another person who works with him, was permanently banned from this subreddit for self-promotion after over 35 instances of continuing to post links, solicit work, and pass bans. Spamming credit code, emailing, cold calling like that is not a sustainable way to run a business, and the margins aren't that great either. You can make a lot more money in a far more sustainable manner if you just approach an agency like professionally and long-term thinking. Should you get a job? Should you stay in an agency? Should you build an agency? If you have like zero skills, I would suggest go into a job where you learn at least service delivery or lead generation and client management. And once you have some skills, go into the agency. However, if you already have a solid understanding of how to deliver the service, how to get people results, if you have some idea of how to close deals and how to work with clients, then go into the agency, right? And it's gonna depend on your personality. For example, I have a friend, he loves sales, he loves lead generation, he loves pitching people, he loves talking to people on the phone. I have some friends, they love more the service delivery, they love building funnels, setting up Facebook ads, building landing pages. So it's all up on your personality. But is the agency space dead? I don't think the agency space is dead. I think this is just the beginning for the agency space, because right now there are a lot of tools, right? And a lot of opportunities, and people don't know how to use the tools. For example, people don't know how to use Google Ads. That's why they're going to hire a Google Ads agency. People don't know how to use, let's say, Shopify or like WordPress, WooCommerce or ClickFunnels. So they're going to hire people to help them implement, build websites, build funnels, etc. So when it comes to my personal opinion, I think there is a lot of opportunity and a lot of potential on the agency, in the agency business. However, if I have to be honest with you, as a person who's running an agency for maybe like 7 years right now, and I don't even have a small agent, I don't have a big agency, I have a small agency. If I start adding more employees and more clients, it's gonna get really crazy. So for me right now, at some days I'm very stressed. I have to talk to people, I have to deliver the service, I have to delegate work, I have to do proposals. So definitely agency is not the easiest business to be in. However, it's extremely rewarding because you get paid well in the agency world. I think there is a lot of truth to the fact that in order for you to stay in the agency business, you need to learn how to get clients. As a person who is running an agency myself, I've tried pretty much every way to get clients. I've been making YouTube videos, I've been posting, I've been sending cold emails. Probably the only thing I haven't tried to get clients is cold calling and sending lumpy, like physical emails in the box. Maybe those are the two things I haven't tried. I tried running ads, and from my experience, running ads is the best way to get clients for your agency, right? So if you need help getting clients for your agency, if you need help growing your agency, check the links in the description below. My name is Niko. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Let me do the fireworks. This is elite video editing. Yeah, and I'll talk to you soon. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Yeah, this was the video for today. By the way, I'm on a YouTube challenge. I'm publishing a new video each and every day. So make sure you subscribe to my channel. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon.